Hello, poets! Today we're going to learn how to write a Diamante poem. And this type of poem is structured with 7 lines that form the shape of a diamond. And a Diamante compares two contrasting or even opposite words. This type of poem does follow a specific pattern, so we're going to take a look at that now. The first thing we need to do is come up with our topic, and we can fill that in on the first line and the last line. So I'm going to be writing mine about summer and winter because those are two opposite or contrasting things. But if you're stuck for an idea, I have included a file on this assignment that you can look at, and it has a whole bunch of possibilities there. So it could be two characters from a show that are maybe opposite personalities. It could be two different types of animals, two different types of feelings, a parent and a child. There are so many possibilities for this type of poem. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my topic. So summer at the top and then winter at the bottom. And then I can just read what's underneath here, and this tells me the pattern. So the next line needs to be two adjectives that describe the first line. So for summer, I'm going to put hot and sunny. And again, when you're writing a poem, it doesn't follow the same rules as your typical sentence. So I don't need a capital at the beginning, and I can separate words in a list using a comma. The next line needs to be 3 ing verbs relating to the first line again. So I'm going to say that in the summer, I like to go swimming, I like to do tanning, and I end up doing a lot of eating in the summer too, I find. Go back and get rid of this capital, and then I know that I don't have any spelling errors because nothing is underlined red here, so I'm good to move on. This line, it's really important to make sure your verbs do end in ing because it is part of the poem structure. So any 3 action words that end in ing. The next line needs to have 2 nouns about the first line and then 2 nouns about the last line. And remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. So a few places that I like to go in the summer, I like to go to beaches, and for a thing that I like to eat watermelon. And then I need to have 2 that relate to the last line. So relating to winter, in the winter time, I spend a lot of time around fireplaces. That's a noun because it is a thing. And then I also like to drink a lot of hot chocolate. That would be my next noun. And I'll just go back and get rid of that capital, and I can move on. So now for the last part here, these are relating to my last noun at the bottom. So 3 ing verbs relating to the last line. So again, 3 action words that have to end in ing that relate to winter. So in the winter, I find I do a lot of sleeping just because it's kind of gloomy outside. I like to be cozy in my bed. I like to go sledding. And I do a lot of visiting, especially in the winter because Christmas falls in there too. I do visiting with family. Now here I notice that I have something underlined in red. So before I move on to my next line, I'm going to click on this word, then I'm going to right click on it, and hopefully it'll come up with some spelling suggestions for me. If I see the one that I want, I can click on it there, and it will correct it for me. So that is important to do as well. The last line needs to be 2 adjectives that describe winter. So I'm going to say that winter is cold, and it usually feels pretty long to me. And lastly, I'll get rid of that capital. And now I am done my Diamante poem. So it reads, summer, hot, sunny, swimming, tanning, eating, beaches, watermelon, fireplaces, hot chocolate, sleeping, sledding, visiting, cold, long, winter. So that is a completed Diamante poem. If you'd like to try writing a few more, I do have a second slide that you can click on. Like it says at the top, it is optional, but if you're having fun creating them, go ahead and try a couple more. Good luck.